You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we're going to be talking about Bud Light here in this video. As you guys know, Bud Light, the official sponsor of the NFL draft. And boy, Bud Light, they're having some hard times right now. The Anheuser-Busch company, the parent company of Bud Light, is having some very, very hard times, guys. You guys know that they actually had Dylan Mulvaney as their new spokesperson. And it completely fell apart. You actually have a couple of marketing executives at the Anheuser-Busch / Bud Light company that have been placed on quote-unquote leave. Yeah, I don't know if we're actually going to see them again, to tell you the truth. But since Bud Light is the official sponsor of the NFL draft, they actually put out another commercial for the NFL draft. And guess what? It did not work. They were getting crushed on this thing, guys. And the commercial, I watched it. It looks like your typical beer commercial. So Anheuser-Busch is seeing the backlash. They're actually trying to win back the customers that they lost. But it doesn't seem like that is working. Because Anheuser-Busch, they have taken the cowardly way out when it comes to this. I mean, the commercial for Budweiser bringing back the Clydesdale horse, it was good. Guess what? It did not work. Sales are still down. Last time I checked, sales were down like 26%. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light, they're in a lot of trouble, guys. The boycott has worked. Look here on Outkick. Bud Light disables comments on latest video in cowardly move. And yes, it was a cowardly move. Let's read some of this, guys. Bud Light doesn't want your feedback on its latest commercial. Turning the comment section off on the official YouTube page. That's right. The new commercial, which debuted during Thursday's NFL draft and has since been torched for its obvious pandering, has been viewed nearly 5 million times on YouTube. Actually, it's actually 10 now, I believe now. But nobody can give their feedback. Can't imagine why. Now, look here. This is this ad right here on YouTube here. Not going to play the sound. There's some music in it. And it seems like, your typical commercial. It's like 30 seconds. That's pretty much it. And that's all we really need to see. But look here. Comments are turned off. Yeah. They do not want your feedback here, guys. The backlash is immense. I'm pretty sure when people watching the NFL draft, they saw that, they probably actually went right over to YouTube just to see what was being said. Now, I think that the comments were initially turned on, but now it's pretty clear. They don't want your feedback whatsoever. They know that they're in a world of trouble here, guys. Big time trouble. Look here. This is from yesterday. Bud Light sales getting worse by the week as Miller and Coors take off. Yeah, it's pretty bad, guys. Yep. It says here that they were down 26.1% from a year earlier during the same week in April 22. Yeah. And look at this here. That's even worse than the 21.1% decrease from the week prior. So the sales are dropping even more. The customer base are saying, nah, we don't want this. We don't want this. I mean, it's pretty bad, guys, when the company is going out there. They want to pander, but yet they can't take the heat. To me, Bud Light, you should have just taken the heat. Actually, you shouldn't have put yourself in this situation to begin with. You are the one that went out there, alienated your customer base, and your customer base has said, nah, we're good. We're going to go and get a Coors Light instead of a Bud Light. And guys, some of those some of those memes out there with the Bud Light now, and people making I don't know if it's TikToks or whatever, where men are actually drinking a beer, and then they're saying, "Oh, something's wrong with this beer. It's making me how can I say, more feminine?" Yeah, and they go out there and they drink another beer, and then they get their masculinity back. Yeah, it's pretty funny, very very funny, guys. But Bud Light, don't be a coward. Turn on the comments. For one thing, we actually want to read these comments. We really do. This is right here. Even here on Outkick, it says, classic gutless move here by Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. Regular folks like you and me, the ones who actually drink beer, domestic beer, saw right through this bad boy the second it graced our TVs. It's a stark 180 from the Dylan Mulvaney fiasco, which is fine. I wrote about it yesterday and stand by what I said. Who actually wrote this here? This is Zach Dean over here on Outkick. Yeah, absolute gutlessness by Anheuser-Busch. These are some of the tweets here. Bud Light just showed a commercial with country music during the NFL draft. Another one here, watching NFL draft and couldn't help but notice that Bud Light commercial seemed very different from the previous ad campaign. People are taking notice, and they know that Anheuser-Busch is freaking out. They knew that people were watching that NFL draft, and some of the eyes would actually be on Bud Light. I mean, Bud Light, you can see it everywhere since they are the sponsor of the NFL draft. Right here, let's see. So I'm watching the NFL draft, and a Bud Light commercial comes on. Then went out of their way to outcast the South and working man and women's beer. They had the balls to play Zach Brown doing the commercial. Yeah, people are not buying what Bud Light is actually selling right now. They're seeing right through this thing. This is nothing more than damage control. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light, yeah, you expose yourself. You expose yourself. You alienated your customers. You got to take the heat. Turn on the comments. I would actually have more respect for Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light if they turn on the comments. Cowards actually turn off comments on videos. We have never, ever turned off comments on videos. We gotten ratioed on some videos. We got a video on the Black and White Sports 2 channel. I mean, it got ratioed probably worse than ever. I mean, it was like 26%. Guess what? We never turned off the comments. You got to take the heat. You just do. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.